props, one pod.
Woo. Second pod, baby. Yeah.
It only took us like 3 to 5 working years.
Yeah. Life got in the way, didn't it? That's a solid. I don't have an explanation for you as to why we weren't here. We just weren't here.
It's just because it's like trying to kind of cross calendars. I was like, okay, so I'm available on a Tuesday, a Thursday, or Friday. And you were like, I'm available on a Monday or a Wednesday. And Murray was like, I'm available at some times. And it was,
like none of us are available at the same time. Grand. But anyway, here we are. Fridays, I think, are the bee's knees.
They are.
So yeah, here I am. Ready for you, Gemma. Not like that. That sounded weird. Don't. Like that. Sorry.
I said nothing.
That's it. I know. I'm gonna quiet now.
It's been a hell of a couple of weeks for rugby.
It's been a big couple of weeks for rugby. I feel like we have a lot to catch up on, which is good because we're not limited on resources today.
There is so much.
Yeah, just how is your life? Are you back at pre-season now? Are you? I'm guessing you are. Good old Cully.
Yeah. I've been filming a lot, but
yes, you have.
I've been all over the place. I've been, some might say, Mr. Worldwide, but within the Devon and Somerset area.
Yeah, you know. We like that. Yeah,
very nice. But yeah, when I've not been filming, I've been really actually enjoying pre-season. We're trying some new stuff this year. I know I'm saying this to my opposition. She's like,
tell me.
We're trying some new stuff, and I personally really enjoy it. So
great, love that.
How's it going for you?
Yeah, good. We're into pre-season, heavily into pre-season now. But we have got a new coach this season, which is going well so far. He is beasting us, or at least I'm just really unfit. I don't know, one of the two. And it's been really good. Yeah, we've got a couple of pre-season friendlies at the beginning of September, which is scary because that just feels so close. Yeah, and then obviously we kick off the season, and it's going to be a really interesting season, I think. So
we're going to have 2 props, 1 pod in person the day you come to play.
Well, and like after we've played, when we're really muddy. Just
yeah.
I don't know. How was that for you? Great, thanks. How was that for you? Yeah, I'm not.
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dislocated my shoulder. Thank you very much.
You're not taking questions at this time.
Yeah.
That'd be so.
No paps, please.
Do you remember the last time you played us and you walked up to the clubhouse and I was like, is that Anja from TikTok?
And I was like, me? No. Yeah, I've had a couple of those moments where I'm like, I forget the rest of the world can see it sometimes. I just make videos and I'm like, oh. And someone will be like, are you on TikTok? And I'm like, yes, it's me.
I fully, Exeter's a small place, and like I get spotted. Like I get people come up to say hello quite a lot. Yeah. And I'm like, I'll just be wandering around Exeter and someone will be like, I follow you on TikTok. And I'm like, oh, hi. I'm just buying some pants from Primark. Like
I endeavour to be at that level. I'm just buying my underwear. Leave me alone.
No, I'm always happy to say hello to people, but like it just sometimes it's extremely random. Quite often it'll be at Sandy Park. So like last time we had a women's game, I had so many people come and say hello and take photos, which was really
I need to come down to watch a game in Exeter.
The spare room.
Yeah, I'm there. Sorry everyone, we're just planning our social lives.
I haven't told you my amazing guests that I've got coming to the spare room next week.
What? Who?
Well, you may or you may not have, hopefully you've heard. No Woman No Try is
coming. Yes, I want to. So like, when is it coming? Is it Truro? It's coming to Truro.
We're coming to Truro.
Truro.
And I say we because I'm very chuffed to be a panel member.
Oh, that's so much fun.
And so Vic is coming down to stay at Rush.
That's so lush. What date is this?
It's the 25th, so
of August. September. Okay.
August. So literally next week.
What am I up to?
Be there.
There's not one really near me, so I'm just deciding to try to get to.
Come to Truro and crash time.
There's my invite. I'm done. What day? I'll have to just check my social calendar.
I have really, I'm not consulting Mr. Prop Life. I'm just bringing loads of rugby people to my house. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he practically knows me anyway, so I feel like I'll be welcome. I'll sleep on the balcony if not. I'll be fine.
It is lovely out there.
Yeah.
But we have gone so far astray. But yes.
But anyway, yes, everyone go and watch No Woman, No Try, because it is an amazing documentary. Me and Jemma had the honour of going to this first screening of it, and it was great. And it had the whole audience in tears. So go and watch it.
Put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah,
one of the
I think I did. Yeah, it just is.
I feel like the audience of the Rugby Connection pod will love this story. So I was sat there, No Woman, No Try, and I was sat next to lovely Jess from the Times.
Yeah.
You were like a couple of people along from me, and we were sat there in this audience, and this lovely man sits next to me.
Yeah.
And he's very smiley, very polite.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't get this as well. I just this.
Right. So he comes and sits down next to me, and you know when you're like, you look really, really familiar.
Yeah.
But we'd had a full day at the Six Nations. I was fried.
Yeah.
Like
we literally just done
all 80 of my DHDs were flashing up. Like I was like, and anyways, I sat next to me, and I was like, because I was trying to figure out, I was like, oh, do you know Shauna and Beck and all the, and he very politely was like, yeah, I've worked with them quite a few times, and I was like, oh, cool. And Jess is nudging me, trying to be all the subtles. I was like, Jemma, you are sitting next to it, and you were like, yeah, that was for the viewers, that was Topsy Ojo. I was like, Jemma, you are sitting next to Topsy Ojo, and I'm like, quite a big name, and you were just there, so. How did you get to rugby? You just can see yourself thinking. It's only because it's the most backwards compliment, but it's because I was just like, who wrote me sat next to me? It's just someone that looks a bit similar. Do you know what I mean? It was just like a surreal thing. I think it's just a surreal thing for all of us. Like I said, we'd been to the Six Nations TikTok launch. We were all quite, that was a feat in itself. And then we had come to this premiere, and you're just in a room with just all of these people that you've always wanted to meet, and these legends of the game, and I honestly probably didn't say anything of any value because I was having just a mini oh my god. That was the first time I met Kat Merchant as well, who has now become. I didn't even get to meet her. I was just so in my own world. She came up to say hello to me. She's like, "Oh, hey, you're Prop Life from TikTok," and I was like, "You're Kat Merchant from Kat Merchant." I was, "That's you." Yeah. Hi. I was, yeah. It was really cool. Yeah. It was a really cool. It was, and it is on tour. So we're starting in Truro next week, and get your tickets. Get your tickets. It's going to be the best. We're going to go. I say we. I'm at the Truro one. I'm not going to be at everyone, but it's going. There's a few going around. There's a few going around. They're in all different destinations. I think all the way from Scotland down to Cornwall. So you don't have an excuse not to go to one. You travel further for an away game. So let's go, people. Your daughters need to hear this and need to see this, and if they haven't, missing out truly. In fact, I might even try and bring. No, I don't think. Well, if I could try and get my mum and dad out of work and be like, "Come on, do it." They love it. So yes, what's on our list of things to talk about today? Because we have already veered off track in the true prop style. Jemma Anja. Yeah. Absolutely. We're loosely orbiting it with a lot of meteorites in the way, very standard us. It's great. I honestly don't envy Murray or any of the team at Rugby Connection who have to edit this, because so could be there for hours. I can actually tell you guys now, I have been filming a little something with the BBC. Really fun. Yeah, I'm so envious of this. This is very cool. Very cool. But the poor editor has to cut my terrible chats. He has to cut my terrible chat down. And I've been restrained, and I've tried to be professional, but you just do have these moments where you're just a bit like, how did I get here? This is so cool. Like her work came down this morning, and I got those pair of Canterbury boots came, and I was like, this is cool. Yeah. I was like, they are the most beautiful boots. I wore them to training out of principle the other day, even though we'd had no rain, and the ground was literal concrete. And I don't think I have ankles from it, but they are still the best boots ever. Yeah. Oh, and they just look amazing. And then I was like,
I need to try them, but I'm gonna wait till like the first match, because like you say, the ground is so hard at the moment that and I have got a very dodgy ankle, so like I could break it if I wear them. So I will wear them for my first match when it has rained.
My LCL that I tore last December was like it felt personally attacked.
Yeah, they look, I'm very excited to wear them.
They're very tiny.
Yeah, so what has happened in the rugby world since we've last spoke? With the Commonwealth Games, that was pretty exciting.
Commonwealth Games was so exciting, and I got to see players that, like, because I don't have any of the big sports descriptions or anything because I am poor. I got to see countries that I don't normally see out in action. I think it was Kenya that was really exciting to watch.
Kenya were always great to watch, and Uganda brought it. Like, they were so yeah. I was fortunate enough to go up on I think it was the Sunday, the last day, the day of all the finals and things.
You did.
Yeah. Shout out to my dad, because he's the biggest women's rugby fan you'll ever be. Like, he comes to every one of my games, like, biggest ally you'll ever
hashtag ally
you'll ever find. And he got us both the morning and the afternoon sessions, and yeah, it was a great day. We were sat in front of like a bunch of like Fijians who were just the best. Like, I had the greatest time, and yeah, we got to see everyone play. But like, yeah, it was even great to see like countries like India and Sri Lanka putting out teams, and like it was just, and like, it was just great rugby across the board. And like, obviously it was the women were playing in between the men, and it was like such a good fun balance, and the crowd were just loving life. And yeah.
And I think it was really exciting to see like those teams, especially like India and Sri Lanka, because the culture around rugby is very different. And the culture around women's sport, obviously, like in India, cricket is really encouraged, but there's other sports that it's still not as encouraged for women to play sports.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's exciting to see those teams coming out. But I watched one of the men's finals, and I want to say it was either Kenya or Uganda versus Jamaica.
That was great. Yeah.
Oh, I was just like, it was offload central. It was like, I didn't have a clue where the ball was, because it'd be over there, and then he'd have like whipped it out the back and it would be somewhere over there. And
it's a really interesting story, the Jamaican team. So like, my ex-coach when I was in Bournemouth in the Oaks was a guy called Houghton Campbell. Big him up if you know him. And he coaches the Jamaican Sevens team, so it's quite like, I saw a message the other day and I was like, I can see you. But yeah, that was really good. And then I think like there was one game in the morning session that was just like, I think it was New Zealand versus Fiji men. It was a men's like quarterfinal, semi-finals, something like that. And it was just, this is why sevens are so intense, because it was like New Zealand are winning, and then Fiji also made his comeback, and it went extra time, and New Zealand got 2 players sent off, and Fiji scored this like wicked try, and it was just like one of those, it was great. And then obviously watching the women
drama
play.
It's the drama.
Yeah, and then it was nice, because then like Scotland and England women played each other, and that was nice to have like a little homes nation kind of match. That was really good, and it kind of also boosted.
If we're talking Commonwealth, we have to talk Ellie Boatman.
Oh, Ellie, we love Ellie. Ellie used to play for Trojans back in the day. We all had the pleasure of being coached by her dad for 2 years, Keith Boatman. So yeah, it's great to see her shining on like the world stage. And honestly, wasn't she saying like 4 tries in under 7 minutes or something? And she scored she scored a couple of tries when I was watching, and I was like, and I ran down and like shamelessly got herself. I was like, please, Ellie, can I please have like in with the kids, like, please, could I have that photo? But yeah, I didn't care. And then this is the awkward thing, when I accidentally got in the back of Alex Matthews' photo. I don't know if you saw this.
Yes, I did. That was one of your. So you have, right? And I mean this in the most complimentary way.
It's awful.
You are hilarious when you're in the background of things by accident. You're just like vibing, living your life. Because there was a couple from the Six Nations where I had this moment, I think. And there's a couple with like lots of different things where you're just in the background, and you pulled you've got a really expressive face. And so you'll just be like in the background, and it's just iconic. It is iconic, and it makes the photo every time.
You know what the worst bit was? Is like, I realised about like, I was talking to this girl I knew from rugby, and just having a little chat, and then I realised like mid conversation that I was in like the back blocking his photo so you can see he's not the face like, ah. That's the photo when the photo was clearly taken. But like the next couple of seconds, I just sank down in the background and just like awkwardly squatted behind a bunch of international players, just being like, I'm so sorry, I'm in your photo. And it's just me, like I just get myself into awkward situations, like I just end up in places I shouldn't be.
Mate, that was me in France. That was fully me in France. There's like people taking photos of the England team, then there's muggins at the side there, like, hello. Like the work experience, like full on. Yeah,
I must have been like just so many. Yeah, so if I'm in any of your photos, please feel free to send me them on TikTok or Instagram, because I will be laughing.
Please tag the Chatty Prop, the Rugby Connection pod, and the Prop Life for great entertainment value purposes.
I think my face is like that. Yeah, I have the like, and I will say this with love for myself, the ugliest face sometimes. Like you will just fall like such like
really
demonic faces.
You're just really, really expressive, and that you have such an expressive face. It's what makes you go so good at TikTok, because you have a naturally expressive face, and that comes across even on camera. But it also, when you're lurking in the background of international players' photos, we can tell everything you are thinking and more. And like so many people sent me that post from Alex, and I was like, yeah, like by the 17th time, I was like, I know it's me. Like, I think it's our outfit. Isn't it our group chat icon now?
It's our group chat icon, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was because of you, Jemma. So thank you for that. That was that's up there now. But yeah, forever on the internet. So happy about that. And also, I just remembered there was also and I was really annoyed I couldn't make it because I was at work. But there was the England women's training session. That
I know. I was at work.
I couldn't go.
Can I
please have the day off?
Yeah. Can I just like live, laugh, love rugby stuff now?
Yeah.
Like, all the time.
I might just do that. Just sack off work. But yeah, it was it looked really good.
It looked
so good.
The girls are looking in such incredible like shape and form, ready for the World Cup. I think the World Cup is going to be interesting. Obviously, we've got that coming in about a month.
50 days. Oh, yeah, 50 days. Yeah.
50 days up there, Murray.
Yeah, if you could put that on expenses, thank you.
Just for business expense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
it's important for the women's game and us. We need to be there.
We've got that starting in literally less than 2 months now, and
that's insane. What? Less than 2 months? Like I can't.
It's going to
be a viewing party.
Yeah. Yes.
Viewing party. If we can't go out there, why not?
Out about 400 yards that way. There's quite a big rugby stadium.
Oh, yeah, I know the one.
I'll have words.
Potentially, yeah, okay.
But like, I'm really excited to see England's form during the World Cup. Like, I think it's going to be
a good test.
It's going to be similar to the Six Nations, I think, in a lot of ways, in that England are going to be very dominant. But I do also think it's a chance for those teams that we haven't really seen before that are really exciting.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm talking like your Fiji, your New Zealand.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am so excited to see following the kind of cultural restructure there.
Yeah. New Zealand, I'm excited to watch. I just think it's, again, like you say, it's one of those really big competitions where I know some people everyone's qualified for, obviously everyone's had qualifying matches for it, everyone's qualified for it. But like you say, you get to see some teams that like are just gonna, like for them, even just being in the World Cup is a huge thing, you know. Even just
a great day out.
Be there and have experience is a great thing. And like you said, I just think it's a really good opportunity. Like the World Cup is the best situation in which to be challenged, isn't it? Like, like, you know, like that's it's the best test of your abilities. Like, you know, Six Nations is like pretty damn good, but like, you know, the World Cup just tops that right off. And it's just going to be really interesting to see who thrives in that, who doesn't. Like, you're going to be in New Zealand, which is the other side of the world, in a completely different time zone, in a completely different climate, and it's just going to be interesting to see who adapts, who overcomes those obstacles, who loves being the underdog. Because I love watching the underdogs. Like, I like underdogs. In the World Cup, I think, what was it like? It was like, I can't, like in the men's, it's like Japan versus like Argentina or like South Africa or something, and they beat them. and it was like it was just the best thing ever, because sometimes the underdogs are so great.
And then like in the men's the other year, the team that got me was Georgia. So Georgia, they were one that they were watching for the scrummaging. And they, do you know what? They were so great, because their attitude was outstanding. Was, we came here, we gave our best. We are aware we're not fully here yet, but we want to say that we're on our way. And I loved their whole attitude. Their energy was incredible, and they actually played really well. They just needed a bit of coherence. They needed a bit more, like, they needed to be little bit more together as a team. But you could see the talent was there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm super stoked for them. Like they're another, and I can't remember who beat in the men's game. Who beat USA the other day to qualify for like the first time, and then they knocked USA out of the men's World Cup. I can't remember who it was. Oh, that's so annoying. Google it for me quickly. But yeah, I just think you know, like I love like Pacific Island rugby. So like I love watching like Fiji and, you know, Samoa and Australia and New Zealand, and there's not that many opportunities in the way like our competitions are structured, where England get, or any of the home nations get first those teams, like so like, you know, like sometimes I think I like, I can't remember, like there's a couple of tours and they may play New Zealand and things like that, but like such a good opportunity, and these are going to be such good games, and whether you are there or not, you need to get on and watch it. Absolutely. Because it's going to be some of the best rugby.
Anja, I've got a little game for you.
Okay.
I want to pull it out of the bag for you.
Okay.
She looks scared. She's like, oh no.
Okay, no, I'm ready.
It's going to be a rugby this or that.
Oh, I love these kind of things. Yes. I'm up for this. Next time I'm doing one for you though. Okay.
Okay, so you ready? Number 1, studs or moldies?
Well, I'm a prop, so I'm going to have to go studs.
Okay, I'm going to make it a bit harder then. Studs or hybrids?
I do like a hybrid. Yeah, I do like a hybrid. I won't lie to you. I like a hybrid. Yeah.
I'm such a fan of a hybrid nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 2.
Yeah.
Undershorts or none? Like bare quad?
Well, anyone who's seen me play knows that I have to wear I do have undershorts. I never used to when I was younger, when I was a little bit leaner, but now I have to wear undershorts. So undershorts.
You wear undershorts? I just thought
it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like I do, but I do in fact wear undershorts, only because if I don't actually wear the undershorts, the shorts do become a thong. So is there anything stopping them from going from a pant to a thong? So yes, there are undershorts on.
Check her Instagram. She does not lie. They are the shortest shorts I have ever seen in rugby.
Don't come at me saying I need to get a bigger pair, because like, me and my friend Chardonnay, who are both on the same team, have the same issue. You can get whatever size, you can get like the bigger size, and those shitty material shorts they're actually really good shorts, but just on my thighs, it just doesn't work. Like, and that's fine.
We have the same thing with the cully shorts. I'm very long. Particularly in that first femur part of my leg. Yeah. So I can wear 28s or 48s, and they're the same length, and they still end up.
I feel like they need to go. I feel like as the sizes may get bigger, they need to almost add a few inches on like the short length, because my ass, whether I was wearing the biggest or the smallest, would still struggle to fit in them. So like it's
what I look forward to every time I play you.
Thank you. I think one of your players literally in the lineup went to me, are you like, how does your team let you play in those shorts? And I was like, rude. They need me on the pitch, or put me in whatever shorts I have. Like,
I don't know if you remember when we went into a line out and I turned around, I was like, Anja, your shorts are too long, and you just whipped around and looked at me like
I was like
it's like, why?
I know.
I am aware.
I'm aware of the situation. Yeah, sorry, anyway, carry on. Quick,
Number 3.
Yeah.
Loose fit shirt or snug fit shirt?
Tight fit shirt, because I hate people grabbing into my shirt when I play rugby.
Yeah. Now, as a relatively small build prop, I find that a lot of the front row shirts, they look like my mum's bought for me to grow into. And I actually really enjoy a snug fit shirt, because like you, I hate them pulled.
And also it's hard for people to bind onto in the scrum, so give them their biggest disadvantage you can. Yes, I think also, like, you know, like you've got shirts, I've had shirts before that like dresses, you know, sort of front row. So yes, I like a tight fitting shirt.
Yeah, I like that. Ponytail or plaits?
Oh, I do a bit of both. So I go plaits back to here, and then either a ponytail or a bun. So yeah, there's always a plait component. And actually I do love plaits, but my hair's not long enough at the moment. So yeah.
So I'm the team platter. So I generally end up plaiting everyone except myself.
Oh yeah, so I have to do my hair before I have to do my hair before I play, before I go on a bus or do anything, because I end up playing everyone else's hair. Yeah.
Scrum cap or no?
I've never worn a scrum cap just because I feel really claustrophobic. Well, I tried it once and I just felt really claustrophobic, and I felt like I couldn't hear properly, and it just freaked me out, so I had to take it off. So yes, I'm not, but I know you are. Each their own, you know. I'm
a fan of it. I got, obviously Canterbury were amazing and sent me a new one this year, and it's been a complete game changer for me in the sense that like it's super featherweight, and they've designed it to cut back away from the face.
Yes, nice.
It's not like round here, it's not blocking my vision.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of concussions early last season. Yeah. And actually I just found I'm getting less concussions since I get it. So
yeah, wear it then. But I think everyone has
different things with my face, but
I think also like everyone has different reasons for wearing it. So like you said, like yours, you know, like you feel a bit more protected from concussion. Some people will like have piercings they want to protect. Some people just can't play without one because it's what's the word, superstitious, you know.
Yeah,
it's what it is. You do you, whatever you're happy with, you know.
Yeah,
whatever you're happy with. Yeah.
Okay,
next question.
Weights or cardio?
Well, okay, again, I'm gonna give it, like, if it's just straight cardio, I hate it. I hate Broncos, I hate sprints. I'm never gonna be good at them, and I'm fine with that. But I love weights, but if I could have like an ultimate workout, it would be like a HIIT session of like it would be like a circuit, high intensity cardio weights. Yeah, that would be my thing. Technically weights, I'd say, like technically I like weights. Yeah, I had to do one.
I mean, I'm a big weights fan, but I do also try and do my cardio as much as I can as well.
You are better at hitting the gym than me, I won't lie to you, Gemma, but yeah, I'm gonna get back into it this season. I think one of the girls from, where was it, who was that team? They played in whites, in white, was it
Newton?
What?
Newton Abbott.
Yeah. And one of the girls said to me, she was like, oh my god, you've got great quads, what do you do for workout for them? And I was like, yeah, walking up the stairs.
I know exactly on that team who would have tried to like flirt with you. I was
like walking downstairs, getting up off the couch, sitting back down. Yeah, no, I was like, I hate to say it, and I couldn't quite break anyone's heart, but I was like, I actually just don't do anything. So like that's really bad. But anyway, yeah.
No, but you're shorter femur, which means a thicker quad. So I think, and that is something that I've been, that's why I've been learning more about it for front rowing, particularly because actually it's really optimal for front rowing. It means you're much more compact when you actually go into a front row.
Visible,
When you are long sticks like myself, which is what I refer to my, like I am 80% leg, with a small torso, which means that I have to fold like a deck chair when I go in the front row.
Yeah, but like it has advantages in other areas of the pitch. Do you know what I mean? I think it's
good in second row.
Yeah, but like and then again, like those short femurs that make me great for propping don't necessarily make me great for moving quickly around the pitch. So you know, like it's a catch-22.
No, but I'm just lanky and slow.
No, you're not. Shut up. You're moving quicker than I am. I'm like, oh, there's Gemma. And I'm just walking. There she goes. Doing everything, and I'm just still walking around. Right.
Do my trot.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Next question.
One last one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is inspired by Rocky Clark, who told me recently that she does not have a boot bag. She literally puts her boots in a Tesco bag. So we're going kit bag or Tesco bag. So
like when you say kit bag, right? Okay, so I don't. I'm so controversial. I don't put my boots in a bag. I just put them in my kit bag.
I've got a pouch like in the side of my kit bag.
No, not in a pouch. So
no, just straight on top.
I'm really bad. I am really bad. I don't have a boot bag, and as a result I do just shove them in my bag. I do try to like get most of the dirt off it before I you know what I'm trying to do with this motion. I do try to get most of the dirt off it before I put them in my bag, but I am bad. So like my rugby bag, hence like it's a bit muddy inside, but hence it's only used for rugby.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, cool.
Entirely.
Okay.
No, I'm a big fan of Rocky's. Like what I've just loved as well is like England's most capped player, right?
Uses a Tesco bag.
Rugby legend, and she was like, yeah, I just use like a plastic bag for my boots. I was like, I love.
And I think you just always stick with like I think you always just stick with what's worked for you, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Like I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, I think that's always. I will always do the same things before and after a rugby match. I will always just do the same stuff. It will never change. I'm cool with it, you know. Some people want to put their boots in boot bags. Some people do that. That's cool for them. Good.
Some do, some don't.
Good for you, Jemma, that you have a pouch in your bag to do it. Anyway, yes, sorry.
I just wanted to add on because there has been a really exciting Prem 15 signing this week.
Oh, yes, tell me about it.
I think you probably know who I'm going to say.
I do, but I wouldn't say. Come on, yeah.
So, legend that is Jodie Ounsley.
Has signed for Exeter Chiefs.
She has signed for Exeter. We're going to be basically neighbours. I'm extremely excited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm jealous because please can you, when you do meet, introduce me. But there's been quite a few big,
The words.
Sorry.
The words didn't work. I loved
it. There's been quite a few. Quite a few big signings, haven't there? Really for this week. So yes, Jodie Ounsley's going to Exeter Chiefs. Big thing. We've also got Laurie Kramer, who plays for the New South Wales Warriors, and she's a good player, so she's moving to Exeter Chiefs. And I'm gonna not pronounce as well. Adele McMahon.
Yeah, McMahon.
That's all very good signings. They're very good signings for Exeter Chiefs there.
I was really excited to see Jodie come because what we've really needed at Exeter in our backline particularly is just someone with that real pace. In like we've got Janine Detterbo, and you see like her going. But we need we got little Ailey Sinclair, who's again fantastic on the other wing. But I just think we need that slightly.
And she brings that.
She just brings it. She
brings that.
Love it.
And I just think also like it's really interesting to see like where other clubs gone to. Obviously then like Sale Sharks. Sorry, I'm referring to my notes here. Like Carly Waters, Sarah Tunesi, like loads of Kay Cersei, Seth Jones, Neve Swales, Cara Cookland, so many more have all just signed for Sale, which is going to be huge, and that's great.
Yeah, it's going to be.
And really... Alicia Washington, and so like so many
the icon, and I'd love to see her succeed because she's got so much talent, and I think like black girls are rocking rugby more than ever. Like they've always rocked rugby, but there are some just incredible.
She's a super talented player, like just a super talent. Yeah.
Oh, she's brilliant. But there are just some like you've got Simi, you've got Datisha Harper, you've got Shauna Brown, of course. Like there are
Sadia Kabea.
She's incredible as well, and the loveliest human. And just there were so many incredible.
Shauna Bryan. Shauna, that's another.
Shauna Brown,
Brown, sorry, Brown. That's really
Shauna Brown.
I said Brian. What the? Yeah, Shauna Brown. Sorry.
Yeah, and exactly. So many incredible black women in rugby at the moment, and it's just, I know that, if you need someone to look up to, these girls are bringing it time and time over.
Absolutely, and I just think it's such an exciting time, and I know I keep saying this, such an exciting time for women's rugby, and just like the diversity of it, and just how great it is, and how much it educates all of us, like how much we all learn because of it, if that makes sense, and it's great, and I just think it's so interesting seeing so many players from different countries coming over, signing in this like Premier 15s league, and I think it genuinely does make the Premier 15s league one of the best, if not the best, professional leagues in the world, and it's just, yeah, it's an exciting time. Oh, also they did also announce the pools for the Premier 15s this year. So in Pool A you've got Saracens, Bristol Bears, Wasps, Loughborough Lightning and South Sharks, and in Pool B you've got Exeter Chiefs, Harlequins, Gloucester Hartpury, University of Worcester Warriors, because that's been changed, and DMP Sharks. So that's super interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see whether some really good teams facing some really good, it's really good teams versus some really good teams. But
obviously it's been a very interesting couple of weeks for Sharks.
Yes, the DMP Sharks, and it's nice to see. Do you know what's so nice to see? So if you don't know, DMP Sharks struggled to come up with the funding to be able to keep a team in the Premiership, and they are literally the last really northern team to kind of still be in the Premiership. And incredibly, the whole rugby community came together, and with crowdfunding and a couple of investors, they managed to raise the amount of money required to stay in the league, which is great and amazing for them, because like so many of like talented players over the years have come from, you know, DMP. Tamara Taylor being one of them, I'm pretty sure. So
Katie Daly McLean played there.
Daly McLean. Yeah, loads of people, and great news for the rugby community, and I'm personally really happy about it because I know a couple of people who play there. So yeah,
I'm really excited, and I, you know, like, you know that. What was I going to say?
Finding the right words.
I think they're not the, you know that they're not the team that's going to win the Premiership, but I still think that they've got every right to be there. And I think that, you know, they do offer competition. They do offer some real talent.
And I think it's a shame.
And they've also just got some really nice people, like people like Ellie Pigford that I've connected with a little bit on TikTok. She seems like the nicest human, and like I think that it would be such a shame, and for all those little girls in the north, like I've seen it locally. So Exeter obviously didn't initially have a women's team when the Premierships first started.
Yeah, and everyone's flocked. Yeah,
Exeter having a women's team, it's inspired little girls across the whole southwest region, and it's been huge. And I think that if the north had lost that, it would be such
really sad. I think and I think also, you know, it's really sad on their behalf, because clearly a lot of these other teams are, I don't know how to say this, but are clearly putting more funding into their establishment. Like I know the ladies have very little like backing from the club, and in terms of like how much they get. And so like you say, rightly so, they may not be competing for the title, but they have every right to be there and to be challenging, and they're playing in the bloody like Premier 15s. And if they can't like, it's, if their own club can't support them, like you're like, what? Come on, like it's the 21st century. So that's really good news. I'm really happy for them. And like you say, like everyone has a chance. Everyone should have the right to compete and to play at the level they deserve to be playing. So yeah, and like you say, only northern side left. You know, like, and it's interesting.
Really, obviously Leicester Tigers are starting to put their squad together. They've had the call out. They've got the development. I actually know one of the coaches, weirdly, through Fat Blokes of all places.
Perfect, yeah. So are they challenging to go into the Premier 15s when it reopens?
I think they will be in a few seasons, maybe. I
know that Bath are trying to get a team. I know that Leicester Tigers obviously are. Yeah. I mean, Bath, like we used to play in Bath, but obviously since there's news that they might be, everyone's kind of obviously trying to get into there too. You've got, like Leicester Tigers. I know Northampton Saints have just paired with Loughborough Lightning, because obviously they're probably too close to.
Yeah.
And then
I love the Loughborough kit. I really want a Loughborough full kit.
The Loughborough kit is really nice. Talking of kits though, have you seen Exeter Chiefs kit? I love it.
You know what? I've been so fed up with people being all like, oh, they've lost the Indian. Yes, as they should, and as they have done. Do you know what? That club is making every effort to listen and do better. And I think people that are actual true fans will listen and respect that and support.
And because literally, if that's your biggest issue in life, like you probably just need a reality check. Do you know what I mean? It's an Indian. Like you can't have that on your It's culturally insensitive. You can't have that as your logo. Like it's been changed. If you can't support a team because of a change in their logo, then I think that says more about you.
You're not really a fan, are you?
Yeah, exactly.
And
So-
I saw a comment on a Facebook page because a place that writes articles wrote an article that personally I didn't really rate that much, because it just seemed inflammatory rather than actually helping the cause.
I know what article you're on about now. Yes.
I didn't rate it, to be honest, because it was just designed to inflame, kind of responsibility to inflame. And I actually saw a comment saying, oh, well, what's going to be butterflies next? It's political correctness gone mad. It's like, no,
God.
the club has listened to people and it's doing better. And I'm personally, that's the kind of club I want to support.
Yeah, like literally. And I think it's the same website that also steals other people's content and posts it as their own. But that's a whole other bit of tea for all the day anyway.
The one that takes screenshots from people's videos.
Yeah, one that takes screenshots from people's videos and passes them off as their own. But anyway, so
it was designed as inflammatory, and actually personally I just didn't really. I do find that sometimes I do find articles just saying something to cause controversy, and actually how about just be in support of it, like don't try to cause drama for the sake of causing drama, it doesn't make sense. No conflama required here.
No drama required. But I think it's for the best, so I think people just need to.
And our gal, the beautiful Charlie Rugby, looks fabulous.
Fire. She was looking fire, and I was like, Charlie, damn.
I was like, Queen. I was so happy.
And I actually love the colour. I love the colour of it. I was like,
Do you know what? So we'd been talking about it the other day, and Mr. Prop Life and I have been talking about it, and I literally put money. I was like, it's going to be like a reddy colour. It's going to be towards the red end of the spectrum.
Pink. Love it. Yeah. I love the colour, so I'd wear that happily. So yeah,
I feel interesting time. It's changed over. I feel long.
Well, as you should.
Like, I've already seen the type of fans that I really rate. I have taken to it so well. So like, because they kind of brought it in at the end of last season at some of the like championship. So I went to Exeter v Munster. Yeah. And some fans were there with cut out buckets with like a broom handle bit on the top to look like the new Centurion.
I love that. That's so good. And I know they've also banned one of the songs, haven't they, as well, from being, is it one of the songs from being sung? Which is all just, and like you say, like the club is doing everything to listen and to improve and to be better, and then literally just fighting up it's between a rock and a hard place, Western. They haven't even fully really banned it. They've just said we prefer it didn't more, because they're aware that they can't do that. But they're just saying, like, look, we want to do better and we want to go in a new direction. So if they say as a club they don't condone it,
and as you said earlier, like, they're doing, anyone who's an actual fan will be supportive.
True. And I was gonna say, is there anything else that we need to, I was trying to think if there's anything else we need to cover.
I think that's pretty much
just get yourself to any women's rugby. Do you know what I mean? There's the autumn internationals kind of almost, I don't know if you call them that, coming up. So England versus USA and Wales, and you've got Scotland versus USA and someone else, I can't remember. But get whoever is local to you, get yourself to a match, watch on TV, go on someone's house and watch it, go to a club and watch it, and just talk to people about it.
My new catchphrase is that you can change women's rugby for £1.
Yeah.
So because one of these can of something, it costs on average about £1 at most clubs. Yeah. And say you have 10 people go and buy a can of Coke.
Yeah.
10 extra people watching, that's £10 more behind the bar. That's more justification at every level for staffing, for kits, for everything. So you can change women's rugby from £1. So I'd encourage you to do that.
Yeah. Get your daughters to local clubs, get them playing rugby, get them joining in, get them watching rugby when they can. Just
get them looking for inner warrior.
And if you can't play women's rugby because you're a man, just be an ally. Just do everything you can to support and be positive about the whole experience. And
just don't be one of those.
Don't be one of those. And we all know what you mean. Don't be that person. Just just enjoy it, just be positive about the experience, you know. Like, I think the women's rugby can take something from what happened to the Lionesses, you know, like it's all like, I think something like there's already been like a 100% increase in ticket sales for the women's Red Roses matches after the Lionesses won. So like, and it's great, and like literally this is the time for the women's sport and, you know, progressing the sport forward. So
I was stood on the pitch in France. I was stood on the pitch in France, and I literally turned around and was like, 2022 is the year for women's sport. And for once, I was spooky levels of right.
For once it felt right. Yeah, love that shit. Yeah. Also,
yeah. This year,
can't say that word.
This is going to be it. It's a, yeah.
I just think, yeah, it's going to be a good time. But yes, I think that's everything we have to discuss today.
Yeah, but I think we've given the lovely Murray lots to
work with.
Cut. But thank you very much, guys, everyone who listens. We really, truly appreciate you all. I'm Jemma, the prop life.
And I'm Anja, the chatty prop.
And we're
two props, one pot.
We're two props, one pot.